Welcome to Voices of Leadership. I'm Chris Atwell, and in each episode, I sit down with the leaders shaping the future of the manufacturer's rep industry. Real stories, real challenges, real growth. This is where leadership comes to life. Appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today, man. Really, really grateful that you're here. You've had this incredible journey in the industry, working your way up through leadership. And I'm going to ask you some questions today that are going to tell us more about what you've learned, your growth, the mindsets that you've adopted, and what shaped you as a leader today.
Yeah. Right? I appreciate you having me, man.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Good. So question number one, I'm wondering if there are some real, or maybe one defining moment that may have shaped the type of leader that you are today. If you think back on your journey, can you share something, a defining moment that has had a big impact on you?
So, yeah, there's been a lot of things over my life that have kind of shaped me, right? But I will say there is one, pivotal moment that people look at me like I'm crazy, but when I found out I was diabetic, that shifted my entire mindset on not just leadership, but my life. And it changed how I operate as a person, which has fed into my leadership and in many other areas of my life, right? It was a life-altering thing to find out, but I took it as a challenge, right? Dude, I'm gonna get this under control. You know, before I had no control over myself. I did, but I didn't, right? I would eat what I wanted. I would stay up late. I would do this, do that, right? And once I had this thing that I had to conquer, right, it instilled in me a discipline on the food, on the working out, on, taking care of myself. And that has just, blossomed, if you will, across my entire life and everything that I do. So,
wow. You said that people look at you like you're crazy, but to me, it makes total sense. I mean, most people, no matter where they are in life, and I wished people didn't wait for these moments, but sometimes they're a gift in disguise, right? Yeah. Is that this detrimental thing happens that requires them to make substantial changes and show up in a different way. And it sounds like this situation had a big impact on you in the way you show up now today. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. So many leaders have to face really difficult decisions and tough moments. Right? There's things that happen that challenge us. I'm curious, what would you say is the toughest moment that you've had to overcome in your journey, and what did you do to overcome it?
A moment, obstacle, issue that has come about since I've been there was we lost our A line. I guess it was 4 years ago now. And that was a very big piece of our business. Obviously that was our anchor. And, luckily that had happened a little while after I had started on this journey that we just talked about. And so how I addressed it was the same way that I took the same mindset of this is a challenge, right? This is a hard thing to hear, to learn, to figure out, to go through. But right. It woke me up, and I had already been woken up, obviously, by the situation we had talked about, and I had already created this discipline of get up, do this. Whether you want to do this or don't do this, you get up, you do it, right. And so we've just consistently gone back and attacked. And I think, we're still working on that. We're still working through that. But we have bounced way back on that. And we're still working on it today. You know, we're still trying to get back to where we were with that. But we have we've made a lot of progress, but we're just steady, right? Steady every day. Just I guess not quitting on it, not giving up, not I guess a lot of people may have got that phone call or got that news and said, "Oh, we're done, we're finished, hang it up," but it was like, no, that's good. This is a challenge. This is going to shape us, right? It's a fire, but it's not a consuming fire, right? It's a purifying fire, a fire that helps to like purity, right? Like to purify, right? To make you stronger, better, cleaner, right? So
that's a really wonderful example, because I think in this industry, a lot of business owners can relate to, the risk associated with losing an A line, or maybe it's happened to them. And like you said, the decision comes with, are you going to give up, or are you going to continue pushing forward? And the disciplines that you've applied for yourself with your health journey created a mindset where you had this consistency that allowed you to move through, and now you're making progress in a way that's bringing you to a new place, a new evolution. And I love your analogy of the fire. It reminds me of something I heard recently, where forest fires are a natural phenomenon that are actually good for the environment. So there's this concept that people think that forest fires are bad, but they've been happening forever, since the beginning of time. And it takes the forest to burn down to get the new growth that's living beneath.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Thank you for sharing that example. You talk about mindset, you talk about shifts in how you're approaching your day-to-day in your health. Tell me about your habits, the routines that Beau knows he needs to really master on a day-to-day basis, so that he can show up as the leader that he knows he needs to be.
So that's been a journey too. And I spent some time with you, talking with you over the years about it, and other mentors and friends and people that have kind of helped me to put this this morning routine together, right? Mine, it starts at night, right? I try to prepare for bed properly, right? Get to bed at a good time, because I have to wake up. It depends on the morning, but somewhere 4:35, and I have to go work out, whether that's a run, lifting weights, whatever it is that day. I've got to get that in. If I don't, I know I'm not going to show up the best me that day. Now I don't necessarily want to every day. This morning I did not necessarily want to go run, but it was one of those, like, turn on some David Goggins and, like, no, you're going to run, right? Like, you're running today. You don't want to, but you're going to. And I got it in, and once I'm done, I feel great about it. But, exercise, right? So it starts at night, go to bed early so I can get up early. And then I get my exercise in. Then I also, another piece of that I've built, over this journey. So I told you it has refined me in a bunch of ways in my life, but I spend a lot of time in the Bible in the morning, in quiet time, thinking, right, praying, really, just seeking it and spending that time before that phone starts going off, right? So my phone goes into do not disturb at 9:00 every night, and it comes off at 7. So usually I'm going to have my workout done, my quiet time done, and then by 7:00, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take that on. But if I wake up and if I wake up at 7, like it's not going to be a good day, right?
Yeah.
I was listening to a Jordan Peterson thing the other day about chaos, right, and control over that chaos or order, and that's that 2.5 to 2.5 hours that I have before 7 a.m. is me bringing order to the day that is chaos, right? And if I miss that order, right, or putting that order in place, I'm going to be chasing it all day, and I'll feel it, right? I will not show up for my wife, for my kids, for our team at the office, customers, right? It will affect not just me, but everyone in my sphere, right? So
Yeah. You treat these evenings as a precursor to the morning, so that you're set up to get up early, feeling rested, and then you take the time to source yourself, not just with the bioenergetics by moving your body, but then really working and sourcing yourself with scripture and some stillness,
so spiritually, yeah,
which is going to allow you to show up and ready to face the day, whatever it brings for you.
That's right.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. I'm inviting you now to picture yourself as a young Beau, okay, stepping into his leadership for the first time.
Okay.
What advice are you going to give him?
I'm going to give him the advice that, so slightly redundant there, but, get it under control, right? Get your everyday under control. Get your morning under control. And that will help set the tone. Get your diet under control. Cut out the stuff that you don't need, right? That's either a waste of energy, a waste of time, right? Waste of calories, whatever it is. And do hard things, right? Wake up and do something hard that sucks and just do it anyway, even if you don't want to do it, and build that discipline muscle of, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to do something hard. And that way, whenever the hard things do come during the day, you're ready for them, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that would be it. And invest into yourself, right? Into your personal development, into reading, and just, I guess, mentally working out as well, right? So not only physically working out, but mentally, spiritually working out, right? And I guess that would probably be the advice I would have.
So that's some great advice.
Yeah.
That's some great advice. There's a lot changing in the industry. You're evolving in your business and your leadership. What are you most excited about in what's happening? What's coming forward?
Well, I'm excited about our company and the path we're on. We've made several new partnerships, so I'm excited about that. Excited about growing that, bringing on more people and being able to pour into them as a leader, right? And really just between people on our team, customers, that whether that be wholesalers or contractors, just being able to pour into them and not only help them and make their life better on the business side of things, but just as a person, right? As a human. I'm excited about that. I obviously our industry has had a lot of shifts with, the retail and the e-commerce and all of that. And so we definitely have a lot of obstacles that we're still facing, but I think it's almost creating a stronger partnership between the distributors and us, to where we are kind of together fighting against that, right? So it's almost making a stronger bond, I guess, if you will. So that's what I'm excited about, to see how that flourishes and grows.
If there's one thing that you need to improve in your leadership to really support these exciting things that are about to happen, what's that one thing?
Well, actually, so this morning the speaker was talking about vision, right? And sharing that vision and mission with your team and getting them to buy in. And that is one thing I've been working on, is writing my own personal vision and mission. And so I think that is probably the one thing that I need to, I want to focus on the next year, is sharing that, and then also helping each of our team members buy into the vision and the mission of our company, but also to set their own personal vision and mission. Yeah. And I believe if they succeed personally at home or in their own personal endeavors, our team is going to just be better because of it, right? So
Beautiful. Beau, thank you so much for sharing these insights with me. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of young leaders that can benefit from your experience, from your journey. So making it visible means a lot. And I'm sure that they can learn, grow, and lead with purpose because of what you just shared. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Awesome.